Technofeudalism is the term coined by former Greek finance minister Yanis Varoufakis to describe our new economic reality, where instead of selling products in open markets and allowing you to purchase said products, corporations instead enclose you in digital doomscroll strongholds that are algorithmically tuned to hijack your endocrine system. To Yanis Varoufakis, technofeudalism isn't just late-stage capitalism, it's capitalism's final boss. Not just a reskin with microtransactions, like it's ultra-evolved kaiju form. You see, you don't buy anything in technofeudalism. Instead, you're the product, farmed like a little dopamine cow, milked for your attention, your emotions, your behavior, all harvested 24/7 in a perfectly calibrated feedback loop of emotional bankruptcy. Every scroll, like, share, and selfie is free labor, unpaid, uncredited, and absolutely monetized by the platforms that host it. This making money off of your behavior, Varoufakis calls a system of behavioral rent extraction. Now, to contrast this, let's rewind the clock to the old brand of economy we all used to know and love. We'll call it classic capitalism. Sure, it had its issues, but at least back then you didn't need a subscription just to breathe. Yeah, maybe they put a boot on your neck from 9 to 5, but you could still clock out, go home, and pretend you had autonomy while you microwaved lean cuisine and watched Matlock. See, where in classic capitalism, companies made money by actually selling products in competitive markets. Shoes, toasters, Big Mouth Billy Bass. In technofeudalism, platforms no longer need to sell you products. They own the digital terrain of which any products can be sold in general. Since everything now runs through that terrain, your work, your social life, your identity crisis, they don't participate in markets. They are the market. They don't compete, they curate. And if you want to play capitalism today, your first step is paying rent to the lords of the cloud. Not for land, not for goods, but for the privilege of existing online without getting throttled into the algorithmic nether. These aren't capitalists in the Monopoly guy punching air sense. That is, they don't produce goods. Instead, they control gateways. They've evolved into what Varoufakis calls cloudalists. And under the reign of the cloudalists, a new 3-tier digital hierarchy has emerged. Tier 1 are the cloud lords, Bezos Core Sigma Silicon sorcerers. They get to nerf reality like it's Minecraft creative mode, then command you to churn off what's called command capital. That is content built on their terms, optimized for their platforms, enriching their kingdoms. And if you misbehave, we'll enjoy your all expenses paid banishment to the algorithmic shadow realm. Then there's tier 2, the cloud proles, gig workers and digital sweatshops, gym goblins doing squats and thongs, thirst trapping at Planet Fitness. They're doing algorithm-approved labor inside the walled garden, always one demonetization away from vanishing. And finally, tier 3, the cloud serfs. You, me, the chronically online, just gooning for the algorithm, feeding it likes, comments, and engagement with all the grace of a vitamin D deficient raccoon. We think we're killing time, but really, we're tithing to the algorithmic church, offering up our attention like devout little data monks fattening the feast. Because in technofeudalism, platforms aren't just websites, they're digital crack dens, engineered to spike your dopamine and reroute your free will. Your Instagram feed is not content, it's a shock collar in the hands of Zuckerberg run through the Wi-Fi for your obedience training. Surveillance isn't some creepy side effect of this panopticon, it's the core product. It's like renting an apartment from a landlord who doesn't charge rent and money, he just wants to watch you 24/7 and sell notes about you to advertisers. The algorithm doesn't just reflect your preferences though, it's actively shaping them. And when computer code naively engineers what the public craves, democracy kinda gets tainted like it's non-alcoholic punch at a high school prom. Politics now is a PR branch of cloud capital. Democracy is just another service tier. You're not voting for policies, you're subscribing to stories auto-curated by cloud lords who decide which version of reality gets an algorithmic facelift. So how does Varoufakis say we resist? Build digital commons, reclaim the cloud as public infrastructure, fight for algorithmic transparency, or just uninstall Instagram and live in a cave.